Hey there, happy full moon in Leo. It is time. I'm really excited about this full moon because I'm a Leo. At least Leo rising. That is not my sun sign. I'm Leo rising. So I'm really excited about this full moon because it's even close to my degree. But anyways, enough about me. Happy full moon in Leo. Actually, if you don't know who I am, my name is Latoya from Emerald Astrology, and I love talking about the moon. And today we're going to talk about this full moon in Leo so you know how to work with this full moon and make the most of this experience that you will be having leading up to the full moon. So I like to send out these videos like a week before the actual moon event because if you are sensitive like I am or just like really intuitive, you will start to really get the lessons of the full moon, or you start to get the little inklings or understandings of what the full moon is about the week or 2 weeks before the actual full moon happens. So yes, so I like to send these out as soon as possible, just in case, you might be stuck in an area of your life that the full moon is, pointing at. And this, might help you move over, move through that in much more ease and grace. So that's the intention of these videos. And I'm super excited that you found it and watching. So the full moon actually happens on February 16th at 10:56 a.m. Central. So do your time zone thing there. Yeah, and I did say it's Wednesday. Yeah. My calendar's over here. So if you're like, what is she looking at? Looking at my calendar. And I also have my journals here because I don't want to ramble. I'm a Gemini, so I love to go on tangents and blah blah blah. But that's not the purpose of this video. So I try to stay on task. So if you don't know about the full moon, you're just learning about the moon cycles and are not familiar with it. The full moon is all about culmination in an area of your life, especially if you're looking at the astrology. Um, there's a culmination that's happening in an area of your life, and this could be an opportunity for you to celebrate about what you've accomplished or what you've dodged, and yeah, just really try to acknowledge the things that you have just achieved in your life so far, because we're all trying to uh, achieve something. It could be just a feeling of satisfaction or literally attaining something, possessing something. So maybe a career, could be a relationship, could be any of this. But what I have been recently learning is that it all starts with the feeling. It starts with how are you feeling? And from there, if you're trying to ideally feeling good, it makes it easier for you to attract the things that you're wanting in your life. So that's something that I've been like playing with and really focusing on, instead of like trying to get the thing. Instead, it's trying to feel better just in general, so that what I am trying to attract into my life, it comes with more ease and more grace, and I'm having more fun with it. And especially with this full moon in Leo, that's what we are, learning and have the ability to embrace, what does it look like to have fun and appreciate what it is that we have. That's what this full moon in Leo is pretty much like all about. So if you have any um, placements, like planetary placements or points in your chart that is in Leo, 27 degrees, or any of the fixed signs like Taurus, Scorpio, or Aquarius, if you have anything near 27 degrees, then you will feel this full moon more than anyone else. So maybe, have this, have the full moon comes to pass and you realize, oh, nothing really came to me, no big aha moments, no big event, or no, you know, feeling of like great relief or stress or whatever. You may not have any like points or planetary placements in your chart that really emphasize this area of your life. So that could be why I see it like an anchoring down of this energy. And yeah, so if you don't have this placement, it may not be as significant as you might expect it to be. Like for instance, I am Leo rising at 26 degrees. And so therefore this full moon in some kind of way will be very impactful in my identity, how I see myself, and the direction I want to go in my life. So we'll see what happens, you guys. I kind of have some ideas here, but we'll see what comes, because you can't really predict, but you can kind of get a sense of where things are headed based off of the astrology, which is why I love astrology so much. It just kind of helps me brace myself and um, show where I need to relax a little bit. And so yeah, so I hope that this is going to be really helpful for you if you have any placements close to 27 degrees, any fixed signs. So Leo is all about so the keywords of Leo is like generosity, cheerfulness, determination. So Leo is a fixed fire sign, so all about passion and doing things that you enjoy. But this is a different fire sign, compared to the mutable fire, which is Sagittarius. Or the cardinal fire, that is Aries. This fire sign is very much fixated on ideas or things that are passionate about and want to improve on its creative ability. So it's not like a start and move on to the next thing like Aries or like Sagittarius, which is about gathering information and playing with this information and evolving it based off passion. Leo is more about having a passion for something and materializing it in a way that is more fixed and like grounded. I hope that makes sense. It doesn't have to be necessarily like a material thing, but it's more weighted. Because it has like this need to improve and yeah, just basically fixated on something, an idea for long periods of time. As for like Aries is constantly moving to the next thing, or Sagittarius is kind of going on in this whole like winding adventure. Leo has been like sticking to this idea or thing for a while. Now you have to consider your birth chart. You have like a Leo rising or Leo sun, but you have a lot of mutable placements, then that will change up the flavor of things. Or cardinal placements, that will change up the thing. So don't take things literally of what I'm saying, because you have to consider your whole chart. Now the things to be mindful of about this full moon is getting proud. So that when being overly proud about something will block you from getting the help that you need to improve on a situation, or just feeling more into the situation. If you're proud, you're just kind of building up these blocks and people can't connect with you. You got to be careful with being egotistical, because that's another downfall of Leo. Is they're very much about building the ego and sense of self, and that can be kind of again building up boundaries that people can't connect to, and it makes it really hard to relate to this person. And then also another thing too with Leo energy, um, is that they can be very overbearing. So got to be mindful of how people are receiving, your information, your passions, et cetera, et cetera. So now if you're like, I don't have any Leo, like I'm not Leo rising, I'm not Leo sun, moon, you have Leo somewhere in your chart. And so wherever Leo is placed in your chart, that's where the moon is highlighting for you. So Leo's glyph looks like this. So you want to look in your birth chart and figure out where is this symbol placed in your chart. And then from there, that's where you'll know the moon is going to be highlighting this area of your life for you. Now, the sun rules Leo. And so the sun is going to be 27 degrees in Aquarius. And So Aquarius is well, first of all, the sun is all about creative expression, your interest, and public affairs. So right now, you've been really focused on an area of your life that has to do with Aquarius. It's been very apparent to you, and you've been kind of being creative and engaging with that when you're dealing with the public, right? And so Aquarius is all about progressive thinking. It's about, innovating, being rebellious on based off of what's been already created. So you understanding what's been created and how to, make it your own so that it is serving the collective or the group or the association that you're working with. And then, yeah, just being a reformer so that it is up to date. It is relative to what is needed now. And so we've been kind of going at it, our focus been in this area of our lives. If you haven't read my article about Aquarius, that how to self-care in Aquarius season, definitely check that out. I think that would be really helpful for me. I've been, just engaging with friends and figuring out, how if that article is like helpful or like, just really focused on like building my relationship because it's in my seventh house. And also really had a lot to do with work too. So like I've been engaging one-on-one with my boss and like how can I serve the company in a way that is helpful and in alignment with my own gifts. So that's been this transit's been really interesting for me. But you'll be having in this area of your life that is Aquarius, the Aquarius rules in your birth chart, it's been like a focal point for you for the past month or so. So definitely check out the Aquarius article if you haven't yet. You might get some helpful tips as Aquarius season will be wrapping up. Yeah, so let's see what else I want to say. Yeah, so February 18th, that'll be Pisces season starts. So yeah, I'm trying to make sure I write that down. Um, Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the aspects. So there's not much going on compared to other lunar events because the moon is just going to be opposite the sun, right? So that makes it the full moon, Aquarius sun. So we will have this teeter totter going on with like what is our intent, what is our focus on, what we're trying to create, what are we engaging in the case of like in terms of the public and dealing with other people, and then how we feel and what is it that we feel like we need to feel secure, emotionally secure. So that we might have some oppositions going on there, sun opposite moon, and we'll need to be more intentional of how to create the balance or create the counteracting act. For me that looks like just really chiming in on like how I'm feeling. So taking breaks because I could really focus on, what other people need, especially during Aquarius season, and forget myself. And so that would look like I would need to take breaks more often. And just check in on myself and just remind myself like, is this what I want? Am I doing what I'm wanting to do? Is I'm doing that as most effective, that is actually going to progress our collective of people, or am I just burning myself out? So having that balance and checking in and then taking the action that is required is really I think important with this opposition going on that happens with the full moon. The moon is also going to be square the north node that's in Taurus, 26 degrees. And so I saw this. Okay, so the north node is about destiny, is our point of what we are focused on developing. And with it being in Taurus, this area of your life, you're focused on for the next year and a half to develop and really, yeah, just get that ball rolling in that area of your life. And with the moon squared to Taurus, I see this as like an intuition challenges your destiny. and finding security. So Taurus is all about security. And so this invites, for error for growth, an area where you need to make a decision that is in alignment to what you are feeling is good for you and good for you in the long term, good for you and building security in the long term, financially, materially, spiritually, because Taurus has to do with spiritual values as well. And so you're going to feel this challenge, you're going to have that insight of, okay, this is what I've been engaging in, but this is what I'm feeling, and this is what I'm being asked to make a decision on. Also, the moon will square the south node in Scorpio, that's 26 degrees. And again, the intuition, the feeling is going to be challenged by what you already know to be true and how you can use that information, that past experience, because South Node has to do with past experience, and in a way that is very useful for the moment and transform your relations to what was so that it empowers you to what can be, which is the North Node. I hope you're following me there. So yes, you're going to feel this kind of like opposition and needing to make a decision. But again, this is for your empowerment. This is for you to grow and to create the life that you want. So you have the tools that you need, you have the relationships that you need. You just maybe, having to think outside of the box. This is going back to that sun in Aquarius, thinking outside of the box. What information do I need to have? What people do I need to be connected to so that I can make this progress in this area of my life and feel secure while doing it, feel like I'm having fun while doing it, feel like I am tapping into this creativity that is already available within me, Leo, so that it empowers me to therefore create something of service, Aquarius, to the collective. So how can you make the most of this moon, right? If we're trying to like sync all that I've said, so that's easily actionable. I like to think of allowing yourself to create space to play and have fun and not take life too seriously, right? Because there's a lot of serious matters that's been going on for the past weeks with Aquarius season, with the sun dealing with Saturn. And so there's a lot of like pressing and responsibility that's been going on. And it's been kind of heavy. It's been kind of hard. I can't really lie. It's been heavy. It's been hard. And so I think with this full moon, allowing yourself to create that space, like we know we have to do the things that we have to do, but are they necessary to do right now, right? They will get done. But is it necessary to get done right now? Or is my peace of mind, my feeling of spaciousness, my feelings of feeling like I can receive is more pressing in this moment? And so that was like a question I had to like ask myself yesterday, because I was like stacking up my calendar, like, hey, I need to do this, I need to do that. If I'm going to keep my goal, if I'm going to be helping, society, I'm going to be helping my company, I'm going to be helping my business, like having all the things like lined up, literally working from 8 a.m. Till freaking 10 p.m., like my schedule is stacked. And I had to stop and think like, okay, I'm doing way too much. I'm not having fun. I'm not feeling good. And, I'm probably doing the wrong things right now that are not getting me to my ultimate goal for the year. And I then just like realized that and felt that. And I was just like, okay, I need to this coming week, although I feel like I need to do all these things, I really don't need to, because this is like a thing to accomplish for the year. I have time, I have space. I'm just gonna allow myself to take a break, to play and have fun. And what that looks like for me sometimes is listening to podcasts. Sometimes it looks like to me coloring with crowns or like markers or anything like that, creating art, just talking to people and just wanting to connect to, even to just connect to you guys, like you randomly might get messages from me. And really just not takes life so seriously, because really I feel this life is all about engaging and having fun and feeling good and while making a really great impact for our communities that we love and care about and want to help get better. So it's that beautiful balance between Leo and Aquarius going on, right? So for you, maybe to make the most of this moon is ask yourself, do I really need to do all these things right now? What is the one thing I can do right now that makes everything easier and unnecessary? If you like to listen to the one thing, I think that's where I get that quote from. If you don't know about the one thing, check it out. They have the podcast, they have the book, they have all these trainings and courses and the goal setting retreat, etc. All these things. But, ask yourself, is this the one thing that, what is the one thing I could do right now that is necessary, that would make everything else unnecessary or not even, it doesn't need to be taken care of, so that you feel like you're a person, you're a spiritual being, you're connected to source and feeling good, feeling happy. Um, so allow yourself to ask yourself, what does that look like if you did that, in your schedule for a planner like me? What does that look like on your schedule? Or if you're not a planner, who do you need to say, maybe we should just delay this till next week and then we can figure out how to tackle this goal, this project, this blah, blah, blah. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much my spiel there. Now, the crystal that you can work with, because I know some of you love crystals as much as I do. Carnelian is a great crystal, I think, to work with for this full moon in Leo. It's beautiful orange looking crystal. Uh, Literally, I was gifted this from a friend, and I still have it. I love this stone. Um, Carnelian is all about acceptance of life and removing fear of death. So removing your fear of change, or removing your fear of lack of control. Um, just removing your fear so that you are accepting what is in the present moment, and then be able have that invitation to enjoy what's in the present moment. Um, it's also a stone of courage and promotes positive life choices, right? So if you're accepting what is, it makes it very easy to see what is and then what is the best, decision to make in the present moment because you're feeling good, so if you make a decision based off of what you're feeling good, you're going to keep feeling good with the decisions you make, and the things that come to you are going to keep helping you feel good. And so you want to be mindful if you choose something that you don't feel good about, realize that is just keeping you on a track of doing things that you don't feel good about, right? And so if you want to stop that, take everything off your list and really focus on, meditation, getting receptive, maybe going outside, maybe going hanging out with friends, maybe drinking a glass of wine, just like whatever it is that helps you get in the present moment and feeling just good and just feel like, wow, life is not that serious. And I'm really here to create and have fun and really help my friends and help myself and feel good and have fun, just like having this nice cycle going on. Um, it will help you make more positive life choices, I believe. It has for me, at least, whenever I do that. Um, end up finding the right job. I end up finding the right connection, the right relationship. I meet the right person. I'm able to do the right project. I'm actually doing the right things that are really helpful to people. I'm not burning myself out and feeling exhausted and frustrated at everything I see because I don't feel good. Right? I'm not doing those things. Instead, I'm in alignment to who I am. And then it also encourages to be steadfast. And so I think, it just kind of reminds you of the choices you make puts you on a track. And if you continue to make choices that feel and flow to who you are, then you're going to continue to be on that track. If you choose a track that is not in flow to who you are, you're going to continue to be on that track and you're not going to feel good and be depleted, and then therefore forced to be on the track of who you are in a not so graceful way. But you can do it gracefully. You can stop. Like I said, I stopped and realized, oh, I'm on the track to burn myself out. I need to literally take everything off my plate and just be with myself for a week. and just enjoy my company. Of course, I'm still have my job, so I'm still gonna be doing that, but not added work, added things that I need to do or commitments that I had said I'm, committed to, especially when it's not pressing, it's not like I need to have something sent within the week or something. So that's off the plate. And this is also alignment to the sacral chakra. So being in flow, trusting in yourself, trusting in the universe, trusting in your emotions, listening to your emotions, listening to, especially for women, listening to your emotions and getting curious of what it's saying that is necessary for you, and trusting that that is actually true and is not just you tripping. You know what I mean? Um, this is a good stone for that. So um, yeah, this is my message for you for this full moon in Leo. Have fun. Do your best to do things every day that feels good to you. And it makes you feel like life is worth living, right? That's what Leo is all about. It's the sun. It's shining light and it brings joy and makes you feel uplifted and feel good about who you are and what you're here to do. So, if you want a more in-depth reading, if you're wanting to know more about, what this moon highlights specifically for you, and how to work with it specifically for you. Like if this video wasn't enough, I do have moon readings available for you, and you could definitely check that out with the button below. That from there, I will be able to look at your birth chart, glean the message, and then basically deliver it to you. And pretty much what that does is just affirms what you already see, what you already feel to be true for you. And yeah, I'm just a kind of like a soundboard. But it's a recorded reading. So if you want that, that's available to you below. Other than that, I hope that you have a fantastic full moon in Leo. Talk to you next time. Bye.